You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 305 for the 22nd of March 2020.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hey up there, Phipsy?
Hello there, Mrs. Young. Are you going to call me Phipsy? Crikey. I feel like I'm back at school.
Oh yeah, is that what you got called at Phipsy?
No, I didn't, because I wasn't a Phipsy, was I, when I was at school?
True, good point. What was your maiden name?
Daily.
Jane Daly.
I
never knew that.
Yeah, you go, you see. And if you want to get... Shall I tell you something else you probably don't know?
Go on.
This is bizarre, now we're going down this route. My first name is not Jane.
I do know this, but I can't remember what your first name is.
It's Nicola.
I remembered that now, because when I booked our trip to Disneyland Paris, you had to tell me that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So I'm a woman with two personalities.
Well, hey.
Some people do know me by Nicola, or Nikki actually, and some people know me by Jane. There you go.
Well, I must admit, I once did a job and there was a girl, there was three of us in the office, and one of the girls was already called Michelle. So they said, well, since you're the new girl, we don't want to call you Michelle because it'll be too confusing. Can we call you your middle name? So I ended up being called Beth. And it was really weird because they kept shouting Beth and I didn't look at them because it was their name.
Yeah, well, I was the same when I started work a lot of years ago, working for a high street bank, and I joined and there was lots of Janes already there. So it was, yeah. So from my very first job, people know me as Nick or Nicola sort of thing. But it's very common in hairdressers as well, isn't it? Lots of hairdressers I know them by two names, bizarrely, because I know their real name and their hairdressing name.
Wow.
It's kind of worrying. There's all these people going around with these probably split personality syndromes. Quite dangerous, really, isn't it?
Very weird. Very weird. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of a Disney podcast for you. And firstly, we'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been in touch with the show over the last week and sort of replied to that post that we had on the Facebook page saying, what should we do? Should we continue with our podcast? Would you like some escapism, or would you rather us not continue? And I think on the post and personally via emails and messenger, we were overwhelmed with, yes, please keep doing what you're doing. And after consultation with Jane, we had a little bit of a chat. We decided we're not going to talk about a particular topic because we want to give you guys complete escapism from it. We want to just bind ourselves together through our love of Disney.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how Jane and I got to be friends, because of our love of Disney. And the same is with many, many people who are sat listening to this show now. They became friends because, we started chatting on social media and this, that and the other. And then we got to spend time with them in real life, and they're now friends. And to be honest, it just feels to us both now that we're just having a conversation with you, our friends.
Absolutely. You realise that there's quite a lot of mad people out there who all like the same mad stuff that you do. So why not band together?
Yeah, and we want to, give you guys some positivity, some fun, some laughter, and we're going to keep on doing this as long as we physically can. So before we start off, today's the 22nd of March.
Okie doke.
I was due in for surgery tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going.
Nah.
No, and we can guess why.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing a leg brace and hobbling around on crutches, but it is what it is. One of those things. It is my son's birthday tomorrow, though, so yay.
Oh, happy birthday, Kieran.
I know. I'm so excited because he's going to come home as well, so I'll get to have some more Kieran time. So every child has a silver lining.
Indeed.
Before we crack on, we were thinking about how could we bring a little bit more Disney into our life, and we thought, well, let's go spend some money because I'm not going to be using my money on Starbucks and Costa at the moment. So we thought we'd do some virtual shopping and share some items that caught our eye, and we thought, ooh, that's cute.
Mm.
So, first things first, it's coming up to Easter, Jane.
It is coming up to Easter, not long now, yeah. Season of chocolate.
Have you seen the amazing, cute Disney plush that you can get on the website?
I have, yeah.
They are so cute. And can you believe this is on the American website for Disney Store? And it
Okay.
is $12.
Wow, okay.
That is a steal, and they are so cute.
They are. I must admit, actually, I've got the UK store up at the moment, and I do like the Stitch.
Oh,
I
how
think
much is he in the UK store?
it's £12.50,
That's a steal. I'm going to
and
go buy one.
it's actually down from £20.
Wow.
So that's not a bad one, actually, is it?
Well, I'm going to the other end of the spectrum now.
Yeah.
Dooney and Burke have brought out the Disney dog totes and crossbodies and mini backpacks. Oh my word, they are so cute. And the Disney tote bag, it is a bit of a splurge at $298. But it's
Sharp
so
intake of breath, yeah.
cute. But again, Dooney and Burke, you've done it on a white background.
Oh,
And I just don't like the bags you do on a white background.
yeah. It's a bit like clothing, isn't it? White backgrounds, they don't always last as well as you'd like them to.
Yeah, because they've done the ink and paint satchel and that range, and they've got a white background too, and it's just like,
Well, I think it's probably because we're very practical girls, aren't we, you see?
we are.
You know, we like our glitz and we like our glamour, but at the same time, you know, if we're going to spend money, it's got to be worth our pennies.
Yeah.
You know, you're a good old Yorkshire lass, Michelle. We know we're going to spend right, aren't we?
Well, to be honest, if I'm looking for value right now, you can't go far wrong with the Loungefly bags. Oh my word, they are just amazing.
I can't keep up with them all, though. There seems to be, every time I go onto insert name of any website and Loungefly pop up, and it's like, I'm sure I've not seen that one before.
I know. But they have a positively mini backpack, and it's a black bag with the ears, the red hat and the little daisy, and then the front pocket is the pale blue and white polka dot, and it is just the cutest thing. I so need this in my life right now.
Yeah, I keep getting sidetracked by anything with a child on. But, you know, I've resisted the urge so far.
That kind of child, not a child.
No, yeah, a specific kind of child, yes.
Yeah, and we all know in the UK we're going to be cheering things on because we've got Disney Plus starting.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. About time as well.
Oh, absolutely. I've waited and waited and waited. But they also have some cheaper cut tote bags as well on the Disney website. And there's a Mickey and Minnie Mouse Treats canvas tote. And that is just so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
What have you found, Jane?
Well, I have made a purchase. It's arrived today as we record. And I don't know why I'd not come across this before, actually. It's not from the Disney store. I bought it off the old, that Amazon place. It's a board game.
Really?
But, yeah, because I thought it might come in. Can't think why. And it's the Disney Villainous game. And hands up, I'd not seen this at all before. So I thought, you know what? I quite like a good board game. And if it's got a bit of Disney involved, I'm going to go for it. Really cool packaging. I'll get some photos to put up on the website. It's like a greeny coloured box with Maleficent kind of in shadow on the box. And it's all around the villains. And it's like a strategy game. And then the really cool thing is that there's actually like add-on games you can get as well. So you can buy the first board game, and then you can buy, I think there's 3 more packs that you can buy to like extend the game out or play as like smaller individual games. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I could be going down the whole thing now, couldn't I? That I'm like opening up a Pandora's box of Disney board games. But yeah, so when I get it out of the box and try and see if I can actually understand the rules, because it's all to do with strategy and having cards and tokens and a cauldron, and yeah, having to understand how your character interacts with different other characters and things. So it might take me some time to get my grasp around it, but I shall report back and let you know how I get on.
I think I might be popping down the old motorway to have a quick game.
Why not?
So we're going to move on, and tomorrow marks a very special anniversary, Jane.
Oh, okay. Of what?
Disney's Touchstone Pictures released Pretty Woman on this day. I love that film.
I don't ask what year it was released.
Well, this is where we're both going to be in and out. I was stunned when I read this.
Oh, no.
1990.
No, so that was the year after I got married.
Wow.
And the year before I went to Walt Disney World for the first time.
Really?
I do remember watching though. It was a big deal. If I remember right, Pretty Woman was a pretty big release, wasn't it, at the time?
But do you think the story today still stands true? I don't think this is a film that's aged.
It's such a long time since I've watched it, Michelle. Mind you, with all the time I might have on my hands, it might be one that comes out the cupboard.
I think we all need to agree, every single listener now, we watch Pretty Woman and put some feedback about it on our page, because we need to celebrate, let's be honest, guys, it's 30 years since this film was released. 30
Amazing.
Years?
Yeah. And actually, it was, as I remember it was quite an upbeat, feel-good movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's got Richard Gere in it. Come on, guys.
Well, there is that as well, yeah. And not judging people by their cover, so to speak, as well. Which
true.
I think is, still stands true, doesn't it? It doesn't matter. Even nowadays, it's a case of, find out who the person is and relate to them, not the image they present on the outside.
Yeah. Moving on to an anniversary on the 24th, and Disneyland's version of the Country Bear Jamboree opened in Bear Country.
Right, okay. Is this one of your favourite must-dos, Michelle?
No.
Sorry, I had to ask that because I knew what the answer was going to be.
But
yes,
for a lot of people, it was sorely missed when its run came to an end in September 2001. So, it had a fair good crack in there. But can you remember the first sponsor of it was Pepsi-Cola?
Wow.
And Walt Disney Worlds had opened the year before in 1971.
Oh, I hadn't appreciated that, actually.
And it's still running. A lot of my friends from California absolutely dote on this attraction and always drag me kicking and screaming in to see it, because for them it's something that they love and enjoy. Maybe it's just because I'm a British girl and I just don't get the humour of it, or what, I don't know.
I've always liked the Disney World version. I'll always make it, it's always something that I will go and see.
Well, it's something to celebrate anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I don't know about you, Jane. I'm wondering if it's time for something to eat and a bit of a snack ahead for me, please.
It wouldn't be us, would it, if we didn't actually touch on food of some description?
Where are you going to take me?
Well, I'm going to be in Disney World, obviously. So I'm going to go to Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, to give it its full and proper title. So it's a while since I've been here, and obviously since I was last there, you can do all your mobile ordering and everything now. So, but looking down the menu, I must admit I was quite happy to see, from a purely keto standpoint, they actually do a jerk chicken lettuce wrap. So you're getting your lettuce cups filled with jerk chicken topped with vegetable slaw and tossed in some soy lime vinaigrette. And I thought, actually, how nice it was to see something on the menu that I could just order without having to say, can I have it without the bun, please? So I thought that was quite nice. And I'm really impressed with the extensive menu that they now, which I know is very much Disney at the moment, where they go through and say, right, this is what you can have if you are, nut intolerant, if you have got this allergy or that intolerance, just to make life easier for people when they're looking to see what there is that they could possibly go for. So if I was out there at the moment, I would be tempted by the jerk chicken lettuce wraps. I know that the men in my family would be going down the Angus bacon cheeseburger route because it's topped with bacon. We won't get into that discussion, but it's topped with bacon and cheese, and it's served with tortilla chips. Now, obviously, one of the men in my family, aka my son, would be quite happy and would devour all of that. Sam would be asking for it without the carby bits, but, you know, that's just how we roll. And then I was trying to think, I thought, I wonder what my moles would go for. Because moles is, she likes a carbs, and then sometimes she doesn't like a carbs. So I was kind of like looking down the whole menu, and I was kind of struggling, but I think that she might actually go for the nachos. And I think she'd be torn between either going for the beef nachos, or she might even go for the chicken ones. Same price for both of them. It's just a choice whether you have beef or chicken. So I think that's probably where she would possibly go.
Do you know, Jen, I don't think you can beat the value at this place because it's got something that everyone can have. And I think that is what this place does really, really well, because sometimes you've got a bit of a picky eater, somebody might have a dietary restriction, maybe an allergy or personal choice to not eat meat. There's so many options. There's veggie options, there's plant-based options, there's salad options. Yeah,
I must admit, and, you know, I know we've talked about this before, Michelle, and this is why I do like the American parks over perhaps the European park, shall we say, in that when you go into their quick service restaurants, it's not just 3 or 4 items, the same old, same old. You've got a vast array of things that you can choose from. And like you said, you know, I know looking at that menu, I can go in with the 4 of us in our family and know that there'll be something on there that we would all feel happy ordering and sitting down and eating. Which, you know, if there's a group of you, that makes life a darn sight easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. On my last trip, I had the taco trio.
Right, okay.
And this is 3 soft-shell tacos with a selection of either beef, chicken, pork, or spicy breaded cauliflower. And I thought, well, I'll go with the chicken and I'll go with the beef and I'll have the cauliflower. You know, try something different.
Different, yeah.
Oh my word, that spicy breaded cauliflower was the star. It was
really
amazing. What they'd done to such a bland, plain vegetable was unreal. I'm serious, I'm not joking, guys. It was like pixie dust had just been spread all over this vegetable and brought it alive, and it was like really zingy, and it had a 5-spice yogurt and a pineapple salsa, and then you can go to the toppings bar and add loads more onto it. I wish I'd have got 3 of cauliflower because it was absolutely divine, and it was $11.
Wow. Good value again, isn't it? Yeah.
And personally, for $11, you could have quite easily got a side order of guacamole, and then 2 people have shared that because there was so much food. I didn't eat all 3, I will be honest, and I didn't eat the sort of taco bit that went with it. I just found it was so good.
Does sound rather yummy. I think, on a personal note, I think cauliflower is a much underrated vegetable, actually. I think it's, I'd be willing to give that a go. The yogurt dip sounds amazing as well.
Pineapple salsa, oh my word, it was just so perfect. So that's mine and Tom's meal. We've got ourselves sorted there. I think, to be honest, if Tom wasn't being pressurised by me, he probably would go with Simon with the bacon cheeseburger because he does love a good cheeseburger. Yeah.
Well, it's hearty, isn't it? It's proper, you know, fill your socks sort of food.
Yeah, and the price point here is not ridiculous at all. It's
definitely
a real good value place.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Walt Disney World. I'm in Disneyland.
Okay.
And a place to me that just speaks the same language and is a very comparable alternate is Hungry Bear Restaurant.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And I think this is something that is even better than Pecos Bill's. The menu's not as extensive, but there are other things available on the menu that you
Right.
could just go a little bit wild with.
Yes.
You've got a crispy fish sandwich, which is really nice to be able to go somewhere and get fish rather than having beef or chicken all the time. And
True.
it comes with a really nice sweet and spicy slaw, which has got a lemon citrus mayonnaise, and that is just, so good.
You see, the thing is, when you say crispy fish sandwich, all I can think of is a fish finger sandwich
Oh, so could kill for one of them right now.
with some salad cream.
But they do a cheeseburger, they do a honey spice chicken sandwich, they do a barbecue chicken salad. So there is a bit of everything. For me, if you're not going, if you're wanting something non-keto, any of those options would be great, and just say no bun, and instead of the fries, can I have a portion of house slaw?
Yeah, definitely. Easy peasy.
Yeah, and they also have a plant-based option, so there's something for everybody. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough, the kids' meals, we all know that some kids can be picky. There's a hamburger and there's chicken breast nuggets.
Yeah.
But you cannot have a stop at this place without either loaded French fries with the cheese sauce, the bacon, the spring onions, the cilantro, there's a lime crema on top, or the loaded onion rings with the same toppings as well.
I'll tell you what, Shell, you can have the French fries and I'll have the onion rings, then we can share, yeah?
Absolutely. But I'm gonna try and tempt you away for keto for dessert.
Oh, I don't think it'll be a hard job, to be fair, Michelle.
Well, they have a berry cobbler funnel cake. Mixed berries topped with oatmeal streusel and whipped topping. $9. That is a bargain, Jane.
I must admit, it did grab my eye a little bit.
Yeah. And I want to know why Pecos Bills does not offer a funnel cake. Don't you think that would be a great addition to their menu?
I do actually. I must admit, I was thinking it's kind of like that's where maybe Pecos is kind of losing out a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like it's great on everything else, but it ain't got anything that can match that, really, is it?
I'm sure locals to the park would quite happily go and just get a funnel cake from there, because in California you can get funnel cakes at a couple of locations, and it's a great thing to have as a snack on your own as a big meal or share with people. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I was looking at the even the churro funnel cake with cinnamon sugar, caramel, and whipped cream. I mean, that's like very tempting. Very tempting.
Yeah. But what I like to see on this is the plain funnel cake is $8.99, but the ones with the toppings
True.
are $8.99.
Same price. Yeah.
And I think that's the difference as well with Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Disneyland's pricing is a little bit more cautious because they are dealing mainly to a local market of clientele, whereas Walt Disney World, it's a captive tourist market on the whole.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually, Michelle. I'd not really thought about that before. But yeah, relying on that home market to come in time and time again, who will know that they can get the same or similar off property for a certain price. You can't afford to price hike up too much, can you? Otherwise, people just won't bother.
And obviously on these prices, you've got annual pass discounts to apply as well.
True.
So guys, what would you be having at either one of those restaurants? Why not pop on our Facebook page, let us know what you would be ordering. Is there a restaurant that you'd like us to review on an upcoming show, whether it be a table service, a quick service, or perhaps a challenge to find the best value burger on property? Why not get in touch with us? Either message us through our Facebook page, drop us an email, info@disneydreamgirls.com, comment on one of our Instagram or Twitter posts. We would love to hear from you. Remember, guys, this is your show too. We want our feedback coming in, please.
Definitely.
So, Jane, as we've now got a full tummy, I'm going to set us both a little bit of a challenge.
Okay.
We're going to obviously have a little bit of a walk to walk all this food off.
True.
But then we're going to be able to go in any park, on any attraction, without a line. Now, this is the biggie. Are you going to go for one you've never done before, a fond favourite, or something else? What do you think? Where would you be going?
Well, I think I would have to go for something that I've not done before, which, to be fair for me, does kind of leave open quite a few things. And as much as there are certain members of my family would be wanting me to go towards a certain area of the park that has something to do with outer space.
Outer space?
Yeah, something to do with stars and
A war,
wars.
maybe? Yeah.
Maybe, something like that. I'm not. Shock horror. I want to ride the Seven Dwarfs because I've not ridden Seven Dwarfs.
So you'd vote Seven Dwarfs over and above anything in Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah. Because it's
Wow.
me. It's not everybody else. It's me. That's only fair, isn't it?
True.
Because,
I am a little bit stunned. I thought you would have been heading for Galaxy's Edge over at Hollywood Studios.
No. I don't know. I suppose it's like anything else, Shell. Catch me on the right day and I'd say Star Wars. Catch me on another day and I'm going to go for something different. But, there is quite a few different pieces that I've not yet had a chance to experience. So if I was there, it to be completely honest, it would be a really hard decision. If I was told you can only ride one thing and I've got to go down the list of things that I've never, ever ridden, oh my goodness, that would be like a nightmare choice to make, to be fair.
And let's just pile on the pressure. You've got Simon stood next to you with his sad puppy
well, that's
dog
not
eyes.
fair. No, because I would give in and do whatever he wanted to a certain degree.
Aw. If he did his sad puppy dog eyes on Tower of Terror.
No. Because he wouldn't, so there.
But
if I was with you, you wouldn't get me on either, Michelle. Don't even go down that route
well,
yet.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate here.
Oh, here we
now.
go. All right. Okay.
Disney's taken a version of Tower of Terror and turned it based on a Marvel franchise of Guardians of the Galaxy.
They have, correct.
What if they decide to turn a version of Tower of Terror into a Star Wars based attraction? Would you ever consider it?
To be fair, Michelle, I'm more likely to consider the existing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
Yeah, because I quite like Guardians of the Galaxy, you see. And I don't really want them to mess with Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios because I know how much people love that version. For those that do enjoy that ride, and you never know. I know I put up a fight, but I'm sure one of these days, possibly, maybe, if the wind's blowing in the right direction and all that, I might actually ride the blooming thing.
Do you know what, Jen? I think we've got to go forward from now with the attitude of try everything once. So,
yeah.
When the park gets back to normal and you set foot in it, you have to ride that attraction.
Okay. I will. I promise. I might not enjoy it, but I'll do it just for you.
Right. Can everybody save this now on their phones and devices and everything? And if Jane ever wimps out, you can play her this back and then we'll suck it to her.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm up for that.
Yay, sorted.
So what about you, Michelle? What are you going to do?
This is a really difficult one because
I told you.
I've got to choose between whether it's going to be a Disneyland attraction or a Walt Disney World attraction. And then I'm sort of thinking, well, I want the bang for my buck. I want it to be a really long-lasting attraction because if I'm only going to get to ride it once, I don't want it to be over and done with in 52 seconds. Okay. So I did think initially the first thought that came into my mind, and this is going to really surprise you, was the Incredicoaster.
Oh, okay.
Because if I ride the Incredicoaster, I have to have a cookie num-num at the end because it's the law.
Oh, trust you, Michelle, to bring food into it.
And then I thought, well, if I'm allowed a cookie num-num after riding Incredicoaster, then I'm going to be, maybe thinking, well, maybe I should do the Tiki Room because in the Tiki Room I've got to have a Dole Whip to walk in with it.
Yeah, you didn't say this was attraction and food related.
Well, no, but I'm trying to bend the rules because I don't see why I should have to stick to them.
No, no, no. Come on. Stick to the rules. Be a good girl for once.
But there are so many food things that are linked in with attractions. You could have the Peter Pan ice cream float and then go on Peter Pan.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. And then I can't really think of anything for Snow White apart from a candy apple. And I don't really like them and I don't think they're good value for money. I think they're very, very expensive for what they are.
No, they're not my... I wouldn't... No.
So I don't know. I think those would be my Disneyland choices. As I say, if I was in Walt Disney World, this is a stretch, right?
Oh.
This is me pushing my boundaries. I would ride Haunted Mansion, but before riding Haunted Mansion, I always go to Sleepy Hollow Refreshments so I could get the fresh fruit Nutella waffle and then ride Haunted Mansion because that's also quite a long attraction and I would get my bang for my buck even though it's not the better Haunted Mansion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. And I've just been thinking, actually, you know one ride that neither of us have done?
Go on.
Mickey and Minnie.
No! What food should we have? We're going to have something Mickey or Minnie shaped.
Well, that's easy then, isn't it? Everything's Mickey or Minnie shaped.
Mickey bar.
Mickey bar.
Mickey bar, because I'm sure there's a little ice cream kiosk right near
There is.
it.
There
and
is.
we could get a Mickey bar, go
Yeah.
and have that.
Yeah.
But I've just thought of something else with mentioning Mickey shaped food.
Oh, go on.
I could be in Disneyland. I could go to the mint julep bar. I could get some beignets,
Yeah.
shake up that powdered sugar, get it all over my chops, and then go on the best Haunted Mansion.
Oh, you see, the problem is with these challenges that we set ourselves, Michelle, we don't very often stick to them, do we?
Well, true, because there's something that's going on in my head right now that doesn't even have an attraction anywhere near it, and that's taking you to Amorette's and getting my favourite little petit cake and having half each with you because that's how much I love you. I'd give you half.
Bless you. Proper sharing, everything.
I know. That's because I loves you. And I'd even let you have an alcoholic drink there too.
Oh, that's kind of you, love.
Yeah. I don't know. Can we think of anything else that ties food to attractions?
Food to attractions.
Oh, the teacups. Because you can get the Cheshire Cat tail, which is that sort of flaky pastry with chocolate and pink and purple icing on it, right by it.
True, true.
So we could do that.
There must be quite a lot. Just thinking the fact that you've got a lot of particularly snack options that are themed to the areas of the park that they're in. So therefore, by default, that means that they're themed to the attractions.
So that means then I'm going to go with California Grill for dinner because I can view the fireworks from there.
Yeah, I think we may have just stretched that analogy a little bit too far now, Michelle.
Am I getting a bit ridiculous?
But potentially, yes.
Really?
Maybe, just a smidgen.
Oh, but I thought that was a good idea because California Grill is amazing.
I didn't say it wasn't a good idea.
Okay.
I just think we might have deviated off the original concept a little bit.
You're no fun like this. Where would you guys link up then? What would your attraction be? Or are you a bit devious like me and try and squeeze in a little bit of snackage beforehand? Well, we're going to finish off the show with a beautiful song from Tom Amin. Last week, so many people got in touch saying, oh, the music was amazing. Agreed, Jane?
Absolutely.
So I just don't know what to do, though. What do you fancy?
Oh, what we got the choice of?
Well, the album includes Hi Ho, Love is a Song, Lavender Blue, The Wonderful Thing About Tiggers, which is just so good, Someone's Waiting for You, The Bare Necessities, Baby Mine, Brazzle Dazzle Day, Second Star to the Right, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, The Age of Not Believing, and Once Upon a Dream.
Oh, I quite like Bare Necessities.
Yeah, we had that last week, though.
Oh, of course we did. Oh. What about Tigger then? That's very upbeat.
And it's a wonderful song.
Mm.
Can I maybe sort of dedicate this song for somebody then?
Of course you can.
Shall we dedicate it to AJ? Because she's mad about Tigger.
True. Yeah, absolutely, AJ, we can.
So, AJ, in a few moments, the wonderful thing about Tigger's just for you. And for everyone else, please keep on sharing your Disney loving life over on the Disney Dream Girls podcast family page. If you've not yet joined up, please look for it, answer the questions, and you'll be part of the family. We love hearing from you. Please set us some challenges or things you'd like us to talk about in upcoming shows. I do know we've got the wonderful Becky Mannion coming on very, very soon to do a trip report about her latest adventures. But until then, I think it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.